Well, hello. Long time no see. So, there's so much to tell, and I don't want to make this a 20-minute video. So, basically, am I still trying to lose weight? Yes. Can you tell from my face that I am struggling with food stuff right now? Absolutely. Have I probably gained a lot of weight in the last few months? Probably. Can I tell you how much? No. Let me tell you why. Sure you've noticed? Couch? Not familiar. Wall? Not familiar. Well, we moved to Connecticut, where my family lives. It was a hard decision, but we were by ourselves in Utah. The people we had trusted to be our friends and to support us and to, at least make us not be completely alone in that state, let us down. Things were okay, but they also weren't. Just it with the whole worldwide illness thing, not being able to meet my granddaughter, not having the ability to take time off from work to come meet my granddaughter, having my daughter go through some stuff that I should have been here for but wasn't, knowing that she was going to start to plan a wedding, all of that. I just wanted my family to be close together, like my daughter, my son, myself, my husband, again, was super important to me. That does bring with it its own complications as far as outside of our little, I guess you call it a 6-pack now, because my daughter and her fiance and the baby. Outside of this little 6-pack we have is the rest of my family, which I've discussed on here before, that it's challenging. And it has been challenging. It hasn't significantly changed, even though I might have liked it to have. But I'm not going to dredge all that back up. If y'all know, you know. If you haven't, there's videos about my family. But yeah, so we're in Connecticut. It has been since the end of April we've been here. And our movers picked up our stuff 3 months ago, 2 days ago. And we still don't have it. And I cannot work from home without some of the stuff that's in there, but I also can't get money to buy the stuff I need without being able to work. My son, it took us 2 months to find a place to live. Let's start there. Actually, rewind. For 2 months, we had no place to live. We were fighting to get an apartment. We were fighting against 20, 30, 40 other families just to try to find an apartment. And we were told somewhat right up front with some of them, we do prioritize because it's summertime. We do prioritize families with children. Of course, we don't have any. I had one place who needed paperwork that is on the moving truck. And I said, I can't provide that because it's with our movers. And they said, well, we need that paperwork or else we can't authorize you to move in. And I said, well, so what do we do? Well, there's nothing you can do. We're just going to deny your application. Because these are places that are income-based kind of thing. And yeah, so needless to say, my son didn't want to start applying for jobs until we had some place to live. Because he didn't want to get a job somewhere close to where my daughter lives. And then we end up moving 10, 15, 20 minutes another direction. And then if my husband gets a job somewhere different, then, So we wanted a more stable living arrangement, which I did not disagree with. He applied for a bunch of jobs. He was looking for a certain kind of job. And when those fell through, recently he did apply to a position that a family member had recommended. Not the group of family that I don't connect with that well. Other family members had recommended, and so he applied. Right away, he got a interview offer. He interviewed the next day, and then yesterday he went and did his drug screen and a tour of the facility. And he starts on my birthday, which is July 30th. I know I'm going to build back up from scratch because even those of you who are following me, I haven't posted so long, you probably won't even get notified this is going up. But yeah, so our movers have not delivered our stuff at this point. They are giving us the runaround. I spoke with police. Unfortunately, we authorized them to take the stuff from our home in Utah. Once we did that, them taking it from Utah is no longer a Utah able stolen police report type situation. Connecticut, because our stuff was never in Connecticut, even though this is where it was expected to be moved to, it wasn't taken from Connecticut, nor has it ever been in Connecticut, so they can't file a police report here. I have spoken with the Attorney Generals in the state of Florida, Illinois, well, their offices, Utah, and Connecticut. I have spoken with the Federal Motor Carriers Association, whatever. It's some DOT organization. They told me to file a complaint, and that there's really not much they can do. The only thing they can do is give them a warning, like it won't get our stuff. When I call the moving company, they say there's nothing they can do. They don't know where our stuff is. It's somewhere en route between Utah and Connecticut. So I spoke with a friend who works for a government agency with 3 letters. He advised me our stuff is gone. Or they've just completely lost it and they don't know where it is. But he said the fact that our contract when we were moving was whited out and changed. The fact that they were not using inventory stickers. They did not have an inventory sheet. A number of things. Our stuff is gone. He said your stuff has already been sold at this point. He said it's a typical thing for them to do. They unfortunately in some ways are protected by the way the laws are set up because there is no criminal laws regarding these companies to stop them from doing this. Unfortunately, the same company that moved us is also in the news in the Chicago area for moving a veteran and stealing some of his stuff. So this is not a great company. We actually booked through Cardinal Van Lines, and they subcontracted because the people who were supposed to move us were exposed to COVID. So there's that. So our stuff is missing. We have tried through Facebook Marketplace to find as much stuff as we can to have somewhat of a normal life. We've decided not to replace our television, because we really have been a few months without one and we don't really miss it. I have my computer for when I watch YouTube or something, I can do that. But we have started buying the stuff I need to be able to start working. But at this point, we're trying to fight with the main moving company, Cardinal, to have them allow us to do a claim. Because we just want our money so we get the rest of the stuff we need. And so we can move on with our lives. It's sad that we've lost some things that are important to us. All of my kids' pictures growing up. I had a painting that I'd gotten from Sam Glenn. I had a painting of my kids that was done by someone who I no longer have contact with. It was beautiful watercolor of a picture of my kids with my daughter was pushing my son in one of those little plastic wheelbarrows, and somebody painted that for me. Yeah, so these are things that I can't replace, among a million other things. But at the end of the day, I'm near my family, and I can't replace people. I can replace stuff. And what if I would have had a house fire at some point? Like, I would have lost everything anyway. We have been super blessed. Our church, between Facebook Marketplace and finding stuff on our own, our church, we put out a message. They put out a message that said, hey, this family moved. They don't have any of their stuff because of the movers. Can anyone help out? And there were people who had just moved into new homes, and they were looking to get rid of stuff. There were people that were moving out of a home and wanted to get rid of stuff. Like, a million things came together. So we are able to somewhat function. There's a lot of little stupid stuff I need for my diet that I don't have. So it's been very difficult to eat the way I'm supposed to be eating because I don't have the tools to do that. For example, I don't have my blender to do my smoothies. I don't have just a billion things. There's a billion things I don't have. But it's okay. We will end up getting it all back. We'll build it back. And it'll be better than it was before. I recently just found on Facebook, like yesterday, recumbent cycle, so I can start working out again. It's just been it's been a learning curve. It's been hard. I've been very depressed. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do, and things will work out. They just will. And I have to keep telling myself that because some days it doesn't feel like it. It sucks when I go try to make a meal and I don't have the pots and pans I need. Because literally we have like a frying pan we got at a thrift store and a pot we got at a thrift store. That's it. All of my cookware is gone from Epicure. All of my Epicure seasonings are gone. I had probably $600 worth of seasonings that I use on a regular basis, and they're gone. And I don't have $600 to replace them right now. But I'm trying really hard to try to make the best choices in food that I can and work from there. I don't know what else I can do besides start over. And although it's really disappointing and it's sad, it also is something that I feel like I can get through. But anyhow, yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to replace. And we just want to file our claim, replace what we're going to replace, put the money in the bank for the stuff that we've already replaced, because we've already replaced some stuff. Some of it for free, which was great, and some of it we paid for. We're just kind of trying to keep our stuff together and keep our positive attitudes. My husband opened up his own general home improvement repair type company. But he's been on a job for a couple weeks now, and he doesn't get paid till the job's done. And this guy has redone how he wants this job done 5 or 6 times already. What should have been a 4-day job has turned into a 2-week job. And we're now into week 3. And he didn't have work week before that because the company was closed. So we're now going on a month with no pay. To say that we've been living on hot dogs and macaroni and cheese would be like, yeah. But, again, this too shall pass. He'll be making at least what he would have made in a month at his other job, so we'll be alright. Just it sucks in the meantime, so. Anyhow, I'm gonna let you guys go on to the rest of your life. Sorry this video is kind of a downer, but not every day is a good day. Not every month is a good month. But I believe pretty soon things are going to get better, so. I am just going to keep my head up, and hopefully I will be able to make the changes I need to make. My biggest thing that I need right now is a new scale, besides my cooking tools, because they took my scale, man, and I can't just buy one at Walmart because I'm still too fat for that. But I can't wait till the day I do, and I'm going to. The yoga mat's gone, all my tools, like my aids for doing the adjustments, gone. So there's a lot of stuff I gotta buy. But might take me a little bit to get back in the saddle, but I will. And I'm gonna still keep making videos. I just had to take some time off and try to get my stuff together. Talk to you soon.